today we're doing a VR, a VR to somebody I do not know. I haven't got round to watching his video yet, but it's been going round loads. Loads of people have done videos. Pete Fire's back. Yeah, sub to Pete's channel if you're not already. He's back doing the rounds, which is nice to see. Missed him. Yeah, missed him. So he's done it. Everyone's done it. Loads of people have done it. I'm not even sure who to tag because most people have already done the video. I will put at the end who I'm going to tag. Yeah, I'll put at the end and tag 2 people. I think that's what everyone else has been doing. I've just filmed a video, but you're going to see this first, I think. Or maybe not. Who knows? yeah. That was a can and a half ago, so this one could be a lot more entertaining than the other video, which you might watch second. It doesn't make sense to myself anymore. Anyway, Tootie asked me to do this, and Pete Fighter 2 asked me to do this. It's 10 questions. 10 questions. Yeah. So I'm going to try and answer these as honestly as I can. Yeah. To make a change. Right. I've written down on an actual piece of paper, not a scratchy sock like somebody else did. Yeah. What type of games do you like to play? Everything. I'm ferocious. I jump from type of game back and forth. I like a big game, whether it's a strategy game or a building simulator or an RPG. But when I finish that game, then I want a short fix. I might go on the arcade game, play some arcade classics, or find some new classics. Really into is it Zookeeper? I don't know. Really into something. Yeah, I like to jump back and forth. I'll play a big game, and then for a couple of weeks, it's loads of short fixes, arcade games, games on here that I can just plug. You can play for 10 minutes, and it doesn't matter if you get anywhere. You know, that's the answer. Yeah, everything, everything. I have no definitive type of game I like to play. So I've not really answered that, have I? How much time on average do you play video games? That's question 2. The answer is simple. It's the length from when Emmerdale Farm starts to EastEnders finishes. Yeah, my gaming consists of the wife's watching soaps and I'd rather put pins in my eyes. So she's watching soaps and I come down here. I'm not in the house. People always ask this. I'm going on a tangent now. People always presume I'm in my house. I'm not. I'm hiding. yeah, she's at the bottom of the garden. So yeah, she watches the soaps in the house and I come down here, rain or shine, and whatever length the soaps are is how long I get peace and quiet. Yeah. As soon as the soap's finished, she's either rattling on the door or she's ringing me. So I don't know what that works out a week. A few hours. Yeah. Soaps, 1, 2, I don't know. Should we say 4 hours? 4 hours? But that's also depending on my shifts. I work shifts, so if I'm on nights, I don't play games at all. No. So if I'm on nights when the soaps are on, my gaming's curtailed. yeah. Again, that's a very, very vague answer, isn't it? This isn't going so well. But I said I'd be honest. Do you think? Question 3. Do you think video games can be educational? Yeah. You see, I think everyone's answered this wrong. Everyone's tried to be nice. I'm not nice. Yeah, they've all talked about stuff like fun schools, or I've got a cassette tape somewhere that's supposed to teach you how to speak French. It doesn't. It's wrong. So there's loads of educational titles, hand-eye coordination. Everyone's talking about that. No, I'll tell you what games taught me. They taught me how to be a thief, a dirty pirate. Yeah, from the age of 10, when I discovered you could hook 2 cassette tapes together, cassette machines, and you could copy one tape to the other. At school, everybody came to me for games. Yeah, I was either amassing them off people or copying them and taking them back to shops. You know what you used to do is if you was a child took a game back to a shop, they wouldn't give you another, or they'd give you the same game. What you did is you got your nan to go for you and say she bought the wrong thing, and they'd get a refund, and then you go buy another game. and you could just keep it rolling. So that's what I learned from cassettes. We went to the Amiga, floppy disks, copying multiple drives. My bedroom was always warm. Everything was always running. Again, people at school and college. From there, PlayStation 1. I was one of the first of a CD burner. I missed the SNES. SNES I had a disc drive for. Copying diskettes for the SNES. Selling them at school. PS1. Xbox 360. I was still at it. Yeah. And now I've seen the light. But that's what games taught me. They taught me to be a dirty, filthy pirate. Yeah, that's the long and short of that question. Yeah, so I did answer that one honestly. What don't you like about video games? What don't I like? Don't I like? Don't like him. Dizzy. He's fallen off now. Don't like him. That's not really an answer, is it? What don't I like about video games? I've got an answer. I don't like hand holding. Games back in the day, you could be on they could take ages to load and you'd die in 5 seconds, and then you'd spend a week trying to figure out why. Sometimes there was no internet, you just had to get on with it and figure it out. I can remember going to school and we were all playing the same game, and someone had worked it out, and then you could get a bit further. It's too much hand holding. I hate a modern game where the first level teaches you the controls. I don't need to be shown how to duck. It just pulls you out of the game, you know. I don't need to be pushed up to an edge and shown that that's a jump and I need to jump it. It's pathetic. Everybody can figure it out for themselves, and if they can't, they shouldn't be playing games. Yeah, that's my answer for that. Yeah, rant. Ranting. How much do you spend on video games? I have a budget. I have a budget of £75. Right, it is now, what is it? September 2024. I think I have just finished eating into August 2032. Yeah. So I stick to a budget, but I've crept a bit forward on nicking money from the months in advance, if that makes sense. So yeah, and however much I do spend, I tell the wife I've spent half. So that's the long and short of that. Yeah, too much. What's your favourite games console? That's question 6, by the way. What's your favourite games console? I'm going to change this. As I said, I haven't watched the original video yet. I will watch it. I've got it saved in my thingy on YouTube. I'm going to change this a bit because I think the chap, I've not watched any of his videos yet, but I think he must be a bit younger. And so for younger people, it's all consoles. For my age group, things started with computers. So my favourite would have to be the ZX Spectrum. Yeah, it's the one I always go back to. Yeah, I've all this modern shit. It's not modern, is it? This is not modern. 91 PlayStation. Yeah, but the specky, there's something about it. The keys, the games. I just love it. If I had to pick one, if I had to get rid, excuse me, Stella. If I had to get rid of all this, and I was only allowed to keep one, it'd be the specky. Every time. So that's the answer to that. If I have to answer console, if I have to pick a console, what would I pick? I think I'd pick the Dreamcast. If I had to pick a console, but I'm not picking the ZX Spectrum. What's your favourite video game? Oh, this is, Tootie mentioned this. This is impossible. If you held a gun to my head, I don't think I could pick. I could pick a favourite game at the moment. Last year, loved Ni no Kuni. Loved it. I absolutely loved it. Last of Us, I played that. I had to sit and just digest it. But are they my favourites? No, they're not my favourites. They're just really good games. A favourite. If you had a gun to my head, the game I always go back to, I always go back to, is Renegade on the ZX Spectrum. I rant about this all the time. people who are younger, people, you know, they've got about Streets of Rage, right? Streets of Rage is Renegade, but Renegade is 10 years older. You need to get an emulator and you need to play it to realise how good a game it is. Just look past the graphics. The graphics are of its time. If I had to pick a game, it'd be Renegade, but I can't pick a game, so I can't answer that question. I don't even have no. Renegade, yeah, or none. Favourite video game movie? There's been some interesting answers to this. Most of them I've not watched. I've never watched Mario Brothers. I've never watched Sonic. Tootie and a few others have mentioned Wizard. I've never even heard of it. I'd have to go with The Last Starfighter. I loved that. Yeah, I loved that. The idea of the kid being so good at a game that aliens came and took him to fight their war for them. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. I can remember playing shooters in arcades back in the day as a kid and just wishing it happened to me. Just take me away. Yeah, so that's my answer to that. There is a game, I think there was a bootleg game, not a bootleg, like an unlicensed game for the Specky, which is called something similar, but not. And obviously there's a game that was in the film that got released. Did it get released? I'm not sure, but that's my answer anyway. That's Starfighter, yeah. Favourite video game character? It's certainly not Dizzy. Fucking hate that egg. I'm going to go with one that's been long forgotten. I'm going to go with Monty Mole. Monty Mole, brilliant platformer, hard as nails. Took longer to load them games than you lived, but I just loved him. He's a proper, something you don't get in games these days. I'd say he's a proper Yorkshire gaming character. You know, it's all about the pits, coppers, you know, miners' strike. It's all in there, and yeah, brilliant, very tight games, very good platformers, but very hard. Yeah. Least favourite type of game. Least favourite type of game. It's funny this, because somebody else mentioned this as the favourite game. Rhythm games. I find them frustrating. There's something not wired up right. Well, there's all sorts not wired up right. I cannot ever remember where the buttons are. So I can remember shoot, but if you said triangle shoot and you have to press triangle, I'd press something else. I just remember which one shoot. So when I play something like Parappa the Rapper, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I find them frustrating. So things I find frustrating, I hate. So yeah, rhythm games. Can't play them, no sense of rhythm. My wife says I dance to my own inner song, and it's never the one they're playing on the radio. Yeah, so that's the answer to that. Yeah, really enjoyed that. I think my answers have been utter bollocks. So who am I going to pick? I'm going to tag, for anyone still watching, I'm going to tag Mike Shed. He's just turned up again. He's been very busy and he's just turned up back on the tubes. It'd be nice to see him to do a video if he's got 2 minutes. And the second guy I'm going to pick is Goldtooth. I don't think he's done a video yet, or I've not seen one. So I'm going to tag Goldtooth if he's watching. Yeah, they're my tags, they're my answers. I hope that's what you wanted. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for watching. Those who did, catch you later. Bye bye. Miss my mouth.